So that when I made a new proof on the file, well, on the phone, on the app, on the computer, like it just, yeah, bro. So I don't know. At that point, I was just like, fuck it. So I just been on the face of the franchise shit. I went to Nebraska. One rain.
Nebraska.
Nah, bro, I fought with Nebraska versus the other team, because they the only ones I feel like they ain't want to ring. So I was trying to leave my legacy, dog. Go between them and Michigan State.
Trying to make their own way out there.
Yeah, bro. I done got to the league, though. Got drafted by Jacksonville.
Then what the fuck was I gonna do?
Bruh, them niggas is trash.
So I think my league, I got drafted to the Dolphins, so I don't like it.
Thing is, though, we winning. We got a winning record, bro. I just got like 18 picks in week 13. Yeah, bro. If I don't do nothing else, bro, I'm gonna throw picks.
Hey, that been me all season, dog. Just had P. I do season all first game.
Damn. Like, I had like 3 last night, dog, so. Shit, just be rough sometimes.
We need a third entity, dog. I've been playing tonight so much this season.
Tonight.
Hey, bro, that y'all niggas just gotta go to different divisions, bro.
Kansas City. It's a special
2.
prime-time edition of the NFL.
That was my only touchdown.
Man, special team, bro. All 3 phases.
I needed one of them at this moment. He fucked up.
That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, unfortunately.
Man. We're gonna do one for the championship game, though.
Yeah, we still gotta see each other one more time.
Say it ain't over till it's over.
That nigga that swept me 2 seasons in a row. Nigga needed this shit. There you go, bro.
That nigga Nick on the new shit.
He said he was gonna download it, but we ain't heard nothing back since he said it.
If it went up $30, dog, it would pay right.
Hey, I be respecting that shit. I tried to give y'all niggas some money, y'all didn't want to take it, so fuck it. Them niggas said no. I said, alright, fuck it. Ain't no sense in me trying, yeah.
You need to play key a couple times, you know, some work.
What's happening, young niggas?
What are you?
Shit, man.
Now there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City.
I just got on late and fuck this year, bro.
Hey, I know how to be.
Out here trying to play step pop.
Do the stuff, daddy. Do the stuff, daddy. Do the stuff, daddy.
You finna get the job, hopefully, bro. So. Yeah, bro, I just put the nigga AP down as a reference. Cause you know, most time, bro, we be doing that shit, niggas don't really be calling, bro. So shit, bro. I had to put like 5 niggas, bro. So like when I got to the 5th nigga, I was like, shit, I'm just put AP on that bitch. So I put Alec Patterson. They said company. I said CBS. Cable TV AP.
Wrong network, but it's cool.
It was just split. I ain't think they were gonna call his ass.
They sure did.
Oh, you knew they were gonna call.
No, I didn't.
No.
Bro, I had put like.
CBS, bro.
But still, bro, it's the 5th person. And most
this.
motherfuckers don't even be calling niggas. So I'm just like, bro,
I'm glad. She said that, she asked me if we used to work together, and I said yeah. I'm glad she didn't say where.
Is this bum?
I would have been like, she ain't say she.
Name on the credits of the Wonder Years.
Yeah, that me. Who looking for me?
That nigga called me like, hey bro, that nigga called me about that job. I'm like, bro, for real? I'm glad I ain't put somebody like Stitch Calm on that bitch, bro. That nigga would have been on that bitch.
He definitely put the right nigga on that bitch. I was like, yeah. Kyle's an excellent worker. He works well with people. He's a great communicator, man. He's also resourceful. He's gonna find an answer to the problem every time. I highly recommend him, and he's gonna be a great addition to your team. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear. It's like, all right.
When is the new season of Wonder Years?
Bitch, catch me on episode 20. About to be filmed at the end of the month.
You just scared that man off, bro. Hey, bro, that nigga twin be out there trying.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo.
He going good till it don't.
And we are underway from Arrowhead.
You see, I almost had you there. You were worried.
Turn it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Nah, I was going back watching some of the old shit from when we were goddamn doing this shit over the pandemic. They made it to the conference finals one year.
So from inside
The year we simulated all his games.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need.
Which, you know, I have a problem with because, I mean, they had to see me.
With that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ain't nothing we can do.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for KC.
Execution was one of their watchwords.
DJ, you on a bye, ain't you?
And on that play, able to execute brilliantly.
Alright, I'm gonna get my shit in.
So the big play
at some point
changes
today.
the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground. And
What you done changed up this year, bro? What's different with your team, man?
A pretty decent game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Well, 2 of them lost it from me, so.
Now here's Mahomes.
The one from the computer. Oh, what the fuck? Why that nigga?
It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking
He did. You remember how DJ, how he dropped he did that streak in the red zone? He hit me with that same shit, but he dropped it.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
His ability to trust his eyes and figure out
I turned down the player skill.
go fast towards the line of scrimmage.
Yes, because you know how it be like 50. I had put the computer skill on 100, and we had been playing on 50. But we still been dragging them niggas. So I moved us down to 40 to see what happened.
And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
I mean, I'm still undefeated.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about
So it's something else.
drives, Charles, but that sure
In conjunction. I'm 10 to 0.
I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the
Trying to get back on that thing soon enough, man.
I did notice something too in our last game. I remember when you said it. When you said Michael Parsons' speed done went down. I definitely could tell. I definitely could tell.
And Patterson will now return it. It comes out to the 25. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage.
Because the season before, bro, it was like every time I dropped back, that nigga was in my face.
You're talking about a guy who might be finished, but he still has gas.
So I definitely picked up on that. Hey, he definitely unlocked.
Great leader, the face of his franchise.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
With the last update, they took away the greater Jared Superstar but gave one to Cordero.
That boy Cordero.
Here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
Glad to see my boy doing his thing.
First.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play.
Hey, keep that nigga. He posted pictures with him and Arthur Blank. He is on the Twitter campaign, the social media campaign, very heavy.
About 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me,
Excuse me.
Touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Excuse me. Thank you. I don't know what the hell going on with my sneezes.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they wanted to do when they opened to establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be taken down just shy of
I said no, nigga.
the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I'm done for y'all niggas, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your
Ain't no
sequence
damn
now.
more.
Instead of coming
Fuck
right down
y'all
the
left.
running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Ryan got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. He Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Hey, man, you ever had crown in the can, bro?
And taken successfully.
Bro, this shit buzzing. This shit buzzing, bro. It's like I guess it's 7% alcohol. This one is the original with Canadian whiskey, sparkling cola, other natural flavors. And then I got that and the apple version.
And continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that
These
drive
niggas is not missing with this.
no adjustments and no
It's It's called Crown Whiskey and Cola, so.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to get one of them bitches.
On that go around, the offense won the challenge. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire, and he'll get this up to about the 40.
I was going to tweet your ass.
5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice
Boy, I'm sending them bitches, bro. She be the one bringing it up, though. It'll be me.
So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to
All I said was, my tweet was, getting out them work clothes as soon as you get home is next level satisfactory. Then they be like, I take my bra off as soon as I get in the car. So, all right, free them titties. Free them titties, God.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Hey, man. All I can do is send the bait. Nah, that bitch go in or not. That's on her.
Let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Damn. All right. Gotta figure something out, fellas.
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call. I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. McKinnon.
Man, bring back superstar Grady.
About 3 and 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate.
Excuse me.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, these niggas still on me.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes.
God damn. I've seen a nigga get beat from the beginning.
Travis Kelce, 31 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Ryan to throw.
Come on.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
Fuck.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because
No, we're playing Madden.
Shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
God damn it. Why he jumped that high? 49, he the one always getting burnt. Oh yeah, see I wasn't pressed.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Nice to know I ain't wasting my time.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That nigga hate Kyler Murray, bro.
Who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a
True shit.
3-yard run?
True shit.
For both sides, and
Yup.
walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up.
Need you to hang up since I play the game. Appreciate it.
Flush to his right.
Come on, bro. Somebody, anybody. Help.
He'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space. And he found the right spot for the completion.
Fuck this nigga. Fuck he is. You don't make him pay that toll.
Certainly making his presence felt and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Flushed out right. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. For the Sade Aluakin, showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. This score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Final play of the half. It's Ryan.
Horrible. Ah, that's trash. That's trash, my friends.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
All right. Y'all could be downwards.
Start the half as this will be a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, it's Patterson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons.
Throw that bitch on the outside.
54 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk.
Damn, bro. What y'all doing?
62 yards. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 29, Ryan.
Come on, bro.
He's going to be intercepted.
That's horrible animation, man. Horrible animation.
To the 37-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs.
Sabotage the Falcons for what?
Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
Well, can't use them against these niggas no more.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin.
I mean, it's just the Chiefs.
Atlanta now coming out
they pre-matched up against these niggas. It's just too powerful. I need a more mediocre team for these niggas to stand a chance.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
How you call
take
that?
care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 31, Ryan.
Falls
to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan.
Come on, bro.
Man Sharp complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's brought down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? To throw again is Ryan. Right back to Pitts again. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck is on his side. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are going to have it here just past the 25. So I guess an interception at this point on 4th.
Hey everyone, this is Tim from Your Six Studios. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix the PlayStation 4 error code E8210604A. Coming up next in this PlayStation tutorial. So what is the PlayStation 4 error code E8210604A? Well, this has to do with the PlayStation 4 transactions. When you go ahead and buy something on the PlayStation Store, and it won't let you go ahead and make that purchase. So this error will pop up on the screen when you go to proceed to checkout, and you can't buy whatever you want to go ahead and buy. So what are some ways that you can go ahead and get around this so you can go ahead and make a purchase on your account? Well, this is very easy to do. On the home screen of the PlayStation 4, let's go to the top and scroll over to Settings and select this. Then go down to Account Management. Select Cross on this, and then go to Account Information from here. Now, under this screen, we'll have a couple different options. What we want to go ahead and do is go down to Wallet, where we could change our payment methods. So let's select this. Then go down to Payment Methods, the first option. So when we're under Payment Methods, what we'll want to go ahead and do is delete our credit card information and then re-add it. So go to your credit card, select it, and then delete it, and then re-add it. And see if that allows you to make the purchase. So it's not too much work to go ahead and just try this out and see if it works. Then another option you do have is to add your PayPal account and completely skip and bypass your credit card. So you'll use your PayPal account to make the purchase as opposed to your credit card on the PlayStation 4. So try that method. Now there's one other option that you can go ahead and do in terms of purchasing the item. And what we want to go ahead and do is go down to wallet once again, once we back out and go to add funds. And instead of purchasing the item directly, what we want to go ahead and do is select our credit card or PayPal account, or even purchasing like a redeem code online, like from Amazon.com, and just getting like $60 to $80 worth of money and adding it to our account through a redeem code. We can go ahead and type that in here, and we'll have money on our account then. And we'll completely bypass buying something with our credit card. Otherwise, we can just go ahead and purchase, money on here with our credit card and add it to our account. So we won't be buying the item with our credit card. We'll be adding funds to our account to go ahead and purchase the item in the store, if that makes any sense. So if none of those methods work by adding funds to your account, deleting your credit card, etc., what you can try from there on out is going to sign in ID, email address. So once you go ahead and change over your email address in here, go down to confirm and follow the instructions to verify your email. So make sure what you type in here is completely correct before hitting confirm. And once you do this, it's going to log you out of your PlayStation 4, and you'll have to sign in with your new email address and password.
Add funds to your wallet.
So you'll have to have a phone or a computer available for you to do this. So try out all those methods and see if your purchases are going through in the PlayStation Store now. If this video did indeed help you out, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below.
Pretty much.
Download the Domino's app today and become a piece of the My Rewards. Never go to points or free pizza. Gives you wings. Real, all of those guys, they did utilize. Shut up.
As their guys burst out of the locker room, we're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
So in the next episode, we
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 31, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Cousins. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Nwangwu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
On second down now, it's Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give running right. It's Cook. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 56 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll run with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks,
and that one ended up going backwards.
Second down and goal. Cousins escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 7-7, our score after one. Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second down, they go again with Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
2nd and 5. Now it's Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, Henry. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And caught by Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end Ferkser. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Foreman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Muffed that down for a win in the defense's column.
Tannehill on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second and 10.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
69 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Again, it's Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. What's the deal, y'all? Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on it. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time for the Titans.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Foreman. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 146 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Well, a little decision to be made. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now Tannehill and the Titans down 21-13, a little under 50 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly.
Not Tannehill. You know Tannehill trash. He ain't gonna do nothing.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Tannehill. He's got Ferkser. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL with just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Fuck.
Tannehill to throw.
Nah, he tipped it and fucked him up.
The secondary as a unit, they worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Come on, bro.
Intercepted.
Oh, Julio.
And the Vikings have just about summed up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on
Blah, blah. Just take the knee.
Right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he's across for the late touchdown.
Niggas wasn't even trying.
That one should just about put a capper on this game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. A very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, the words that are said, hey, come on.
Clearly, they ain't taking it serious. They taking business.
Sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
I cannot compete against that. Look at Kirk Cousins' stats, bro. That shit horrible. I fucked that up. Did you want to have fun? No, nigga.
We had a great time.
Hey, man. Getting gifts is always fun.
My dog, if I send you 60, could you give me cash?
I got you.
Joint account thing,
You need it right now?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Say less.